This is a great day in my short time as a video game collector. Multi-Mega. Hi guys, and welcome back to the game room. This is just a quick pickups video, also to give some updates to let you know what I've been up to recently. So, I visited some more retro game shops, and in particular I went to Weston-super-Mare and went to a shop called MT Games, which a friend of mine recommended, so thanks for the recommendation, mate. It was awesome. And I picked up Mega Games 6 for the Sega Mega Drive. I've already got the games that are on this cart, but I'm a fan of the Mega Games series. I've got the Mega Games 1, 2 and 3 for the Mega Drive already on my shelf. So I thought I'd add this to the collection as well, because these apparently aren't that common. They came packed in with, I think, a Mega Drive 2 package back in the day. They're not too common, but this one was quite cheap, so it didn't really matter too much. It's not in the best of condition, but, you know, it's nice to have nonetheless for the Mega Drive. Also picked up Power Drive. This is a rally racing game, really fun, arcadey, quite simplistic rally racing game that I actually played on the PC back in the day. So I thought I'd pick up the Mega Drive version. This is a really cool, fun racing game. It's boxed, but not complete. It doesn't have the manual, unfortunately. And I picked up F1. The last time I tried to pick this up, I don't know whether you remember a previous pickup video of mine, if you've been watching my channel for a while. I was given an Xbox game to compensate for the fact that this didn't have a cartridge or a manual inside it. This time I managed to find a boxed and complete version of the game. This is a cool, fun Formula 1 racing game, official Formula 1 racing game that was released on the Sega Mega Drive. And I played this back in the day, and it was good fun and enjoyable. Similar kind of style to Super Monaco Grand Prix, this one. For the Super Nintendo, these two also came from MT Games. Picked up Starwing, which any American viewers will recognise as Star Fox. This is really, really good. It's an awesome game. It's got the Super FX chip inside it, which is how it drives the polygon graphics that you see on screen. It's probably an essential for anybody that's collecting Super Nintendo games. And I just remember playing this back in the day and finding it quite enjoyable. It's really, really good fun. So yeah, that's Starwing for the Super Nintendo. And Mortal Kombat 2. Not really too much to say. This is a really good, fun, arcadey beat-em-up game. Picked up the SNES version. Not for any particular reason, just that, you know, I want to have some more Super Nintendo games to add to my collection. And this also came from MT Games. Okay, I've also picked up a Nintendo GameCube game. This also came from MT Games. F1 Career Challenge, which I've got on the PS2 as well. I picked it up because basically the GameCube that I bought from MT Games, they threw in a game with it, which I picked this one because it's one that I know is quite enjoyable. It's one I used to play back in the day. As I say, I've got it on the PS2 as well. In my original collection of GameCube games, I also had Mario Kart Double Dash, which you can see here, boxed and complete. It's a really awesome game. You might start to wonder, okay, why has he got all these GameCube things then? And here's an action replay for GameCube, which also, it's not just a cheat cartridge or a cheat system, I should call it, because it's a disc as opposed to a cartridge, but it's also got the region-free player, so I can actually play GameCube games from any region. So why have I got those then? Here is a GameCube. More specifically, a DOL-001 model. So this one, for anybody that doesn't know about these models, is the one that's got the digital output as well as the standard AV output, the analog AV output. And yeah, so just going to show you the model number if I can. There you go, DOL-001/YOR. Basically, it's just a GameCube. I saw this in MT Games when I was having a look round. The price was reasonable for the system. So you can see I've got my copy of Double Dash in there. The price was reasonable. It's in okay condition. I wanted it because of that digital port on the back, but then realised that to pick up a decent cable for one of these to run it in, I think it's 480p mode or 576p mode, the component cables for these are ridiculously expensive because obviously they were released in very short numbers. So if I want one of these cables to plug this into my scaler using the component or D-terminal connections, it's going to cost me quite a bit of money. So I might just stick with the RGB SCART that I've got at the moment. And again, something that was previously in my collection before that I used with my old Nintendo Wii is just a 128 megabyte logic-free GameCube memory card. So yeah, I've got a GameCube. Really pleased with this, to add this to the collection as well. As you can see here, my European set of Sega Saturn games, collection of games. I can now play those on my Japanese Sega Saturn, courtesy of this guy here, the Action Replay Plus cartridge. It also acts as a memory card and a RAM expansion for the games that need the RAM expansion. The 4 meg or 1 meg is switchable. So yeah, this is also a cheap cartridge as well, but I've got it so I can play these games. Also picked up these two Mega Drives. Now, the eagle-eyed amongst you will realise that they're not standard European PAL consoles. They're actually Japanese consoles. They're in a job lot of unworking machines or untested / unworking machines. But as soon as I got them home and tried them out, yeah, they didn't seem to be working at all. But that was down to me and not down to the consoles. I had my scaler set to the D-terminal mode rather than the RGB mode. So of course I wasn't going to get any video output from these. I plugged headphones into this one to check whether it would actually play any audio, which then determines that the machine works. And I could hear the audio coming from Sonic, so that was great. Another thing about these is there was actually a model of, or several models of these actually, that were modified for Asian PAL territories. And when I looked at this lot, I was actually thinking, could this be one of those Asian PAL ones? Part of me was hoping it wouldn't be, because it's nice to just have a genuine Japanese Mega Drive, because these things are pretty cool to have in the collection. But part of me was also hoping that it would be, because then I would go through the process of reversing the modification and putting this thing back to how it was, which I thought would be good fun. Interesting other thing to mention about this Mega Drive is it's one of the more obscure, very, very early Japanese models. So it's got I think it's a Synetics or Cynetics processor instead of a Motorola processor inside it. Some of the earlier, more obscure model ones had the Cynetics or Synetics processor in them. So yeah, it's nice to have. Model 2 just works. Nothing really to say about it. Works fine. Pop the games in. All the non-region lock games that I've got work absolutely fine. Obviously with this one though, you've got the cartridge lock. So it doesn't work with any of my games normally, with the exception of the Sonic and Knuckles cartridge that's got a little notch taken out the side of the cartridge. So the cartridge lock mechanism in here can latch onto it. So yeah, these two are both working, and it's really cool to have them in the collection. Now I hope you enjoyed my little introduction. This device here is a Sega Multi-Mega. Now basically towards the end of the Mega Drive's life, Sega released a all-in-one device, if you like, a Mega Drive and Mega CD device. It was called the Genesis CDX in North America, and our European version was called the Multi-Mega. These things did not sell very well because they were more expensive than buying a Mega Drive and Mega CD separately, which was kind of a stupid move, really. It can also be a portable CD player, hence the little LCD display on the front, and of course the CD player controls that you've got. And if I look around the back, you'll also be able to make out the batteries, or the symbol for the batteries there, because this can also be a portable CD player. Very, very portable, isn't it? It's actually quite big. But I do remember one of the CD players that I had in the 90s as a kid was almost this kind of size. It wasn't quite as thick as this. But I'm really excited to have this in my collection, because previously the sort of rarest item I think I had in my collection was probably Cooler World, the game on the PlayStation. That's just been absolutely trounced by this, because this didn't sell in very high numbers at all. They're very expensive on eBay. I was quite lucky with this one. I managed to pick this one up fairly cheaply, quite a bit less than some of the others are going for. But yeah, I'm so delighted to have this in the collection, guys. It's such an awesome little thing. I've tested it, put it through its paces with Mega Drive games and CDs, and it works absolutely perfectly. It came with a couple of controllers, and it also came with the genuine power adapter for this, which is great, because that's another thing that happens. Power adapters get mismatched, and it's not really a good idea to use the wrong ones with things like this. So yeah, it's awesome, guys. One of the things that I've always wanted since I started collecting video games and systems a few years ago. I've got it. Okay, guys, thanks for watching, and I really will do some gameplay videos soon of different games, and hopefully some more interesting ones. Thanks for watching.